30, 40 visitors in the last 2 days of doing this. I've sent out about 500 messages. And I state in the message, I apologize if I bothered you. Now we got, look, those people waiting in front for me in the building to create. Why are they there at 1 o'clock in the morning? What are they doing there in front of the building? Look, why are these people there? There was nobody when we came down. What are they doing standing in the middle of the front, old ladies at 1 o'clock in the morning? What are they doing there, moving when I look at them? So you see, these guys work on the microchip too, to stalk you, to annoy you, to be in your face. Because that drains energy. When there's people in your face the whole time talking and moving, even just standing in your face, it drains energy. That's their job, is to keep draining your battery. And it makes them put out energy, come out of their house and stand there and talk. If you weren't around, they won't be out there. So you gotta see it that way. Economically, it's like an engine for the economy in a way. And in a way, it's making two energies, mine and theirs, be wasted against each other instead of combining it and aiming it on the powers that be that are abusing us both. That way our energy gets wasted on each other instead of us concentrating on energy and aiming it on them, right? That's the idea. That's the whole point why they do something like this. So we're not against them, we're against each other. We're not united, we're divided. There you go. I didn't go to the building, so they came to me. They have to feed the microchip. They have to annoy you. I didn't go there, she followed me. See? For her to create movement for me. It's almost an attack. So, guys, this is what's going on here. I'm exposing this whole program. They have me imprisoned. They still have me imprisoned. They're not going to be able to anymore. They've rented out a lot of places in the city where real workers had to leave. They did it for summertime. I think they gave them vacations downtown and hospitals. These workers are going to have to come back to work in September. Now, they're not going to be able to keep them away for a long time. I figured out how the system works. The way it worked with me back in the days, they would insert an idea in my head, and by the time I go there, the whole environment's set up in that idea, and then by the time I leave that place, they'll have another idea inserted in my head so they can go and put their people instead of that place, those workers. So it's mind control. They have to know where you're going. They have to be, it's predictive mind control. They have to predict where you're going in order for them to set up those places. Otherwise, you bump into real people. It's all about predicting you. They're still in front looking at me. What are they doing down there? So it's a way of stalking you covertly. These guys coming out here, way of stalking you. Your microchip's out there, nothing's bothering it. They have to contact these people to come out and pace. Now look at the light in that car. You see weird things in here popping out in order to keep creating. They're energy drainers, guys. Lights, especially flashing lights, they're energy drainers through your eyes. Okay, so it's a machine around you to keep draining your energy. And the people that they pick the microchip are really strong people with tons of fiery volcanic energy. It's the only way they can, drive that engine. Look what they installed in both those buildings lately. This yellow thing here, that's from slipping. Now, don't get me wrong, these things are installed in places like that, but they overdo it here in this building to create these patches of colors for me. You guys know all about colors. Bright colors in your face are energy draining too. Now, those are small things, but when you combine them with everything else that's happening, it becomes a part of the machine. There you go, somebody else comes out over there, look. So they're not even hiding it anymore. See? Right over there. They're not being shy about it. Someone to walk from the side of the building to the front of the building in the middle of the night. 110. Alright? I really like this video. I'm going to put it as a, sort of poster video like the ones I filmed today. I'm going to upload them too. So I called my video that I uploaded, Check Me Another Bus. Look. TTC buses work off this. In the last half an hour, I've seen like 10 in the middle of the night. And to transport people in order to stalk me. If I want to go to places, they have to wake them up. Guys, I cannot be at any... Look, there's a car parked behind the building over there with the lights on in my face that I could see right over there. See that? Huh. That's how it is. They have to put those things in my face everywhere to drain energy. It's all about draining your energy. All that's how this works. That's what it's designed to do. It's a machine around you to drain your energy. So you don't use that energy on something beneficial in society that works against the powers that be, which is something decent to help human nature, because they want to enslave us. All right? So the only way they could do this to me is to prevent me from getting in touch with the real world. Because if I do, then they can't hide this anymore. They can't do this to you in front of real people. They would notice. So they have to cocoon you in a prison. And everywhere you go, they have to have a system to shield you from real people for them not to see this. So they take over that area, they give them vacations, they get people out of work, you know, and they take over that area. When you come in there, they apply the science on you, on your microchip, like the Truman Show. They're all set up in places. Wherever you go, they come out of nowhere to pace around you, in front of you, behind you, make noise, trucks. It's a machine. Okay? Now, I filmed a lot of videos like this before, but this is a really good one. It's only 40 minutes. It's compact. Listen to the noise. So I'm not going to talk much now. Let's see how much noise it took. Listen. They're not even hiding it. They're not even hiding it anymore. It's amazing, eh? They're becoming rude. They're not even respectful anymore. It's out and open in your face now. Those people are still waiting for me in front of the building over there. You get it? You're not supposed to have peace. Look, 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 look. See that man base over there? Look. Make it closer so you can see. Look at the plane. In the middle of the night. You see, guys, what the machine is? This is being done in Toronto, guys. In plain sight. Out in the open. A bunch of people are abusing and torturing one person who's microchipped. To feed off the microchip. I don't know what I've explained to you what's the reason why they do that. It's an economic engine to employ people who are useless. So they don't concentrate that energy and use it on something else that could threaten the powers that be, and to take out a strong person. For him, they call them undesirables, people that are functioning in society, because they'll compete with the powers that be, and they will have a special seat there where they can motivate the people to do the right thing, like a Malcolm X or a Martin Luther King, for example. I'm not comparing myself to them, but I'm explaining to you of what the intention of what kind of people they want to create and turn them into a battery source. So this has been going on with me since '97. I was too stupid and gullible to see it back then, because I was raised by design to be that way by my fake family. I'm an orphan. I was adopted into this family to specifically treat me in a certain way, to introduce me to this fake world when the internet was ready in the 90s and a microchip, so I won't notice the difference. Because if I was raised properly, I couldn't possibly be introduced to this world, and I'll see something's wrong here. Why am I, you know what I mean? So that's what they've done to me. And now I woke up last year at 43 years old, and I realized my family ain't my family. They've been abusing me covertly, not physically, but in a psychological and same thing that the cars and people do to me out there. My mother became schizophrenic all of a sudden in the mid-90s when I got microchipped, and her schizophrenia included moving and talking the whole time and opening and shutting windows and flushing the toilet and just creating noise and movement for me in the house, nothing more. And my own brother, so-called, he became a drug addict, just like Truman Show, his best friends are drunk. It's a negative thing. So to create negativity in your life, disease, sickness, drug addiction, they're all fake. Both of them. They have a huge house. They have a rich life. They have hidden from me. They lived in this so-called housing apartment with me, pretending they're poor when I showed up. And when I wasn't in the country, they go live in their secret rich lives. And that's what they've done to me, pretty much. My own so-called family. On my mother's and dad's side, both of them are fake. I'm an orphan. I realized that last year when I woke up, and everything was true. And now they took off. They got scared. Nobody lives with me in the apartment anymore. And now I'm getting abused by the people on the outside. That's pretty much my life story. Other than that, it's been about a year. Actually, it's been exactly a year. I woke up last year in August. Here we go, another pacer in the middle of the night. So they come out of nowhere to create constant motion for you, for the microchip. You cannot have peace and be alone. You have to be made motion and noise to, even in the middle of the night. So you become a battery source, an energy source for these people to feed off, for them to have a reason to come out every day and move and do things. So they're not complete shit machines. You know what I mean? And they turn you into a shit machine, excuse my language, because everywhere you go, things go on pause. You have no life. Nothing happens. It's a stage. There's nothing real about it. You go to the hospital, there's not really patients and doctors there. It's a bunch of fake people using a science to do the same thing to you that these guys are doing to you. So the patients, the doctors, and the nurses are all applying on you the same thing, all three of them. Moving too much, talking too much, shutting doors, opening doors, mistreating you to drain you of your energy and put you in trance. And they have a microchip linked to yours, so they know exactly when you turn and look at them, they feel the vibration, they have the need to move or to talk or whatever program is downloaded into them to talk to you about a certain subject. That's psychological warfare. That includes negativity, to keep you negative. That's also draining your battery in a psychological way. It's sick. It's mind-boggling. If you know the real truth of this, which I'm getting pretty much, I'm telling you guys a lot of information compacted into this 45 minutes of footage. It's mind-boggling, guys. It's mind-boggling. Every word I said to you, I could prove it. And the old videos, if you watch them on my channel, or if you talk to me, I could even explain it and prove it more. Tell you exactly where to look at what video and prove to you and answer every single question you have. To prove to you that I'm microchipped. These people around me are all microchipped. This is not a normal setting. It's designed to be a machine around me, an energy source to be drained of. They use it to have function for these people, to improve the economy, for them to work, because none of them work. And they use a strong energy source like me to pin me against them and pin them against me. So we waste our energies on each other, not concentrate it and combine it together. And that will be too much energy for the powers that be, and it'll be danger to them. This is what they're doing. So pretty much, it's a way to take two strong energy sources and make them use up their energy on each other instead of focusing it upwards, you know? It's a form of control and domination on both parties, not just one. But one party is completely ignorant to it and it's making a living off it. It gets used to it and, you know, it becomes dependent on it, even though it's the one that's getting abused more than the battery source. So this is a nice compacted video to give you guys an idea, instead of me editing 46,000 hours of footage, something that could be seen in about an hour. And I've said a lot of words for you to explain to you exactly how this machine functions, which is pretty much an artificial kind of a setting that's masquerading as real life. This is how psychological warfare kicks in. It's also a shot. And it's a part of the machine to drain you of your energy, show you something you're deprived of, tease you with it. And I mentioned that in a lot of my videos, and I'm happy. I'm glad it happened right here in front of me. It came to me. I didn't have to go to the street to see it. So it's showing a guy waiting for his attractive girlfriend to come and see him. You guys know I'm deprived from that. Obviously, I can't have a real girlfriend being imprisoned. That's another tactic they use a lot of, which is beautiful. It just happened now. I couldn't have asked for anything better. The only thing that's missing right now is a bunch of wheelchairs, electric wheelchairs, a couple of dogs on leashes, canes. Those guys aren't going to come out in the middle of the night. What else? Let me try to remember. We've covered everything. This is an amazing video. Cars, you're missing a couple of bicycles. Maybe we saw one over there. Bright colored shirts, people wear. What else? Cars still parked over there. Drugs, mentioning drugs, doing drugs, or things that you had problems with in the past. If you love food, right now some guy will show up with a huge pizza, for example, will walk up instead of the girl or whatever. But those are all tactics that they use, pretty much. Sex, drugs, food. They're always being flashed in front of you at times where you seem to be stressed at times, because this machine is meant to stress you out. All these noises draining you, frustrating you. And when we get stressed out and frustrated, we build up a negative energy on the inside. And the way to release that energy is either to hit someone or run, do exercise, or wanting to have sex. So that was supposed to increase that need, to activate that chakra in a negative way. And I see a cat walking over there just to show you that it's the animals too. It's over there. You know what I mean? To create motion for you in that area. I know this sounds weird, guys, but they're all attached to this microchip. That's how it works. And that's about it. I'm really proud of this video. It's an amazing video. I'm gonna upload it right now. I don't want to film too much more so I don't waste time, because you don't see that many cars out there anymore. But sealed, amazing. I don't see the point of recording anymore. This is beautiful. At least it's something to be proud of for all the visitors that come into my channel, the new ones, to see a video that makes sense, that I could prove in it what's going on at 1 o'clock in the morning. And that's about it. Garbage sticking out of the garbage bin like that. Garbage everywhere, garbage truck. You saw it there in the daytime. You see, if you look at my old videos, school buses, FedEx mail trucks, always all around me all day long. 18-wheelers, noises, big objects, all those things fill up your view, drain you of your visual energy and hearing the sound. You know what I mean? So people that work on this are pretty much the misfits of society, that feed this machine. You'll have a little bit here and there, but overall it's these kind of people that work on this machine. The lower end kind of housing projects. You won't find this being done in rich areas, only if I'm passing by. So the reason, here you go, cars in front of me, bright colors, they drain more energy. I got drained into this because of the fake family that I was a part of. Otherwise, I'm not the kind of person who would end up in these projects or be around these kind of people. Not to say that I'm better than them, but we're just not the same kind of person. If I'm the color green, they're the color blue, for example, or red. So it's been great. Garbage everywhere like this. Either sometimes feces from dogs or even people, barf. What else? You name it. You're surrounded with this negative environment that's full of dirt and nasty things and negativity. Upside down environment that's supposed to drain every single sense you have in you. That's why you get microchip in the first place. And this happened to me because of my fake family that drew me into this, was working behind my back, and fake friends. Everything around me was never on my side, was always against me since the time I was born. And I figured this out last year, and now I've been surviving all these constant attacks on me. It's trying to make sense of everything, which I already have, and now I'm trying to come out of it. Because I'm figuring out ways to come out of it. And the machine's getting tighter and more intense on me. As I wake up more, as I find out more things, it becomes more intense and tight. And it puts stuff on the floor for you that has certain meaning to it. Like, I'll show you the small bottle. I read it earlier. I know you're saying I'm paying attention to small things, but they do matter. You know what it says over there? Nano. Yogo Nano. You guys know that the chip is not called microchip in my eyes. It's called nano chip because it's nanotechnology. It's very small. It's like a pen with a pencil. You can barely see it. It's a hair injected into the optical nerve of the eye, which transmits the information from the eyes to the brain. That's how they could see what you see and hear what you hear and hear what you say. Anyways, guys, have a good night. I'll upload this video right now.